Hi! If you're new here, we're still checking out what was the big hype behind the 80s and their movies. And today, the next victim... the next movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Look who decided to trouble our souls. I mean, say hi.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
As always, I'll be sharing my thoughts as the movie progresses. So kick back, relax, grab some warm and soft gummy bears.
They're real warm and soft.
Subscribe, and let's do this!
What's wrong? For Christ's sake, look at him, honey.
Honey, look at our son! Oh my god, he's dead! No, you fool!
I mean...
Honestly, I'm surprised the parents even fell for this, because the longer it went on for, the less believable it got. But I forgot. Parents are idiots in these movies.
Letting him stay home? If I was bleeding out my eyes, you guys would make me go to school. This is so unfair.
As much as parents were denied to their graves, they always have a favorite child. Anyways, they let him stay home and head to work. I heard somewhere that at the time breaking the fourth wall was unheard of, so seeing a character actually do this was amazeballs. We're fortunate enough to have...
Contractor, no. I will not bow to any sponsor.
This story's about me, not him.
Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my very own movie?
Yeah.
I am a Hulk, and I'm guessing you're not going to be able to focus.
Except that one. He goes on to explain why he came up with such an odd sickness, which he makes a few good points for actually. I wonder how many parents actually fell for that IRL though.
Isms, in my opinion, are not good. A person should not believe in an ism.
You heard it here, folks. Feminism is bad. I'm kidding. Don't attack me, please. Ferris calls his BFF Cameron, who is actually sick today, and demands he pick him up. Ferris does not sound like a good person, to be honest. Then Dean calls Ferris's mom and explains to her that Ferris has been absent too many times and he doesn't mind keeping him back for another year. So I guess he's the villain of this story. And his mom goes on to defend him. She's such a lovely lady. And an idiot.
He's giving his eyes to Stevie Wonder. Oh, he's such a sweetie. Gotta go.
Who talks like this? What? Hey Bob, have you seen my new puppy? No I have. Yeah, she's the cutest thing in the world. Here, have a look. Okay, gotta go, bye. Okay, so from the sounds of it, Ferris is insanely popular, but the Dean has a pretty good reason for not liking him. He's basically an influencer among his peers among the influencer era, so he's just a bad influence, essentially.
He'll keep calling me until I come over. He'll make me feel guilty.
Ferris doesn't sound like a good person. So this nurse takes this girl named Sloane from her classroom to tell her,
your grandmother has just passed.
And the word reaches the Dean. This lady's a little too much in the loop if you ask me though. She's basically dating Ferris, which is all the info the Dean needs to know. You smell that?
I smell bullshit.
Sloane's dad calls to ask if she can come home from school, but the Dean wasn't born yesterday and gives Ferris a run for his money asking to see a corpse. And this would be very bad if that actually is not Ferris, to be honest. Then Ferris calls to speak to the Dean and asks for any assignment he missed today. Oh no. So the Dean hurriedly apologizes, but it was really Cameron all along. So win for everybody. Pretty clever though. They fumble last minute and Ferris kicks him.
No, I didn't hit you. I lightly slapped you.
And he's a gaslighter too. What? At least he apologizes after Cameron threatens to leave. But half points anyway to Ferris. Then proceeds to convince him to drive his dad's Ferrari, which he spent 3 years restoring, to go pick up Sloane from school. That's an ungodly amount of time and money.
Whatever miles we put on, we'll take off.
How?
Drive home backwards.
I really don't think it works like that. They get her, smooch in front of the Dean, cause that's smart.
So that's how it is in their family.
I mean, to be honest, I'd be weirded out too. Now they're off to an adventure. Meanwhile, the principal is still suspicious that Ferris is behind it, which I really don't blame him for.
15 years from now, when he looks back on the ruin his life's become, he is going to remember Edward Rooney.
Okay, that's getting a little excessive now, though. The gang pulls up in a sussy garage, and Cameron doesn't want it parked there. Completely understandable.
You speak English?
Or Spanish. Ah, got you to move.
Relax. You fellas have nothing to worry about.
This is the part where you take back the keys and leave. So anyways, the guy leaves with the car. Meanwhile, mom comes home to check up on Ferris. Given how calculated he is, I'm sure he came up with something for this. Now, if it was my mom, she would have come into the room to feel my head for fever. And then I would have been busted immediately. Ferris tells Sloane they should get married, but she refuses. As she should.
Do we need men?
No.
You tell him, sister.
The gang goes to a very fancy restaurant and he gives a wrong name that's already listed to get in. But the guy at the door ain't having any of it. It's almost as if adults aren't stupid.
No way.
But with a little bit of convenience and movie magic, he manages to convince the guy at the front desk to let him dine.
It's understanding that makes it possible for people like us to tolerate a person like yourself.
That was harsh. If anybody tells me anything like that, I'm ending it all. Meanwhile, Ferris's sis is having an existential crisis. Like, just go to class and forget about Ferris, please. Good God. Ferris goes on to explain why Cameron is sick all the time. His home life isn't the greatest and he's always under pressure. Plus his parents hate each other, so it's a big mess at home. And they barely escape getting caught as well. Must be fun to be living life on edge like that. And by fun, I mean not fun. Oh, and the dean decided to go on a search for Ferris. This guy is really going to spend all day being on a wild goose chase looking for Ferris, that you don't even know if he's out or not. That's insanely unrealistic and very, very obsessive. Good God. They were almost caught again, by the way, watching a baseball game. Live. Dean Bro heads to Ferris's house to see if he's really there, only to meet an automated voice message at the door. So what does he do? So he tries to take a peek inside the house. Okay, I was on your side until he started being a weirdo about it. Like, just leave the man be. Come on. Honestly, I'm not sorry. Just go back to school. Now the gang heads over to a museum so Ferris can make out with his girl while Cameron looks at stuff. Cameron suggests they go back to get the car, but Ferris wants to stay a bit longer. But before they know it, his dad is literally right next to them. And they're almost caught again. You're a married man, my G. Come on. There's a parade happening now and Ferris is just singing. Very well. But on those things usually broadcasted, this man doesn't care if he's getting caught at all.
I knew it!
Wow, she has problems. And Dean finally just sneaks in with a teenage girl in the house. Alone.
Call the police!
Wow, I'm surprised bro brought back the car for them. Looks like he just wanted to go for a joyride. Frick. Meanwhile, Dean's car is being towed and he chases after it. No wonder he's a Dean. Frick. The gang quickly realizes that the car has been used a lot. So Cameron is understandably dead. But to be honest, it seems like him and Sloane are getting really chummy. I wonder if she'll leave Ferris for him. Is she that type of girl? So they try to cheer him up by bringing him to a jacuzzi, but he just tries to end it all. Ferris saves him, but he was just trolling. Damn, I was concerned, frick. Okay, alright. Sis gets in trouble with making a phony phone call to the police. Like, just search the place for potential disturbance, jeez.
What do you care if your brother ditches school?
Thank you.
You ought to spend a little more time dealing with yourself. A little less time worrying about what your brother does.
Wow, this guy has wisdom. He should be in his own TV series one day. And let's call it something strange like 1 3/4 ladies. Wait, does putting it reverse actually reduce the mileage? Cameron goes on to explain how almost ending himself basically gave him a lot of clarity on everything. And today was the best day of his life. So good on you, my G.
The miles aren't coming off, going in reverse.
They made me research this thing for nothing. Ferris offers an alternative, but Cameron has had enough of being afraid of his dad and all his antics, and decides it's time to take a stand. Good job. I wonder if he beats him though. Then proceeds to continuously stomp on the car until he dents it. Ferris looks hella concerned though. Oh, and they forgot to remove the brick that was holding it in reverse. So yeah.
What'd I do?
Just go back into the pool, my guy. Ferris offers to take the fall for it, but Cameron actually declines that.
I made you take the car this morning.
You really did. You bully. Meanwhile, mom gets called to the station because of sister's phony phone call, which doesn't make any sense to me, but okay.
It's Jean, but a lot of guys call me Shauna.
Okay, Jean.
Man was smooth with it, though. They say their goodbyes, and Sloane gets suspicious that Ferris actually planned the entire day to go the way it did today. And given how meticulous he actually is, I agree with her. But we only have 5 minutes left before everyone gets home. Time to bolt. But not before stumbling into sis and mom. But again, adults are dumb, so she didn't see anything. So it's a race to see who gets home first. Oh, and dad looks straight at him. Can you... Oh my god. Can you not recognize your own son? Come on. Sis pulls up first, followed by dad, and Ferris can't get into the house.
Looking for this?
Oh no. Final boss.
Thank God you're all right. You know, we've been worried sick about you.
You know, I've always heard people joking and saying that an uptight woman just needs some good pee-pee. And now I'm starting to believe it. So he's still in bed and the parents don't suspect a thing. So he got away with it. And that's the movie. You know, I'm not sure why, but every time someone is confident or cocky, people in general just pray for their downfall. And this is IRL I'm talking about. So it's not that far-fetched to see that his sister and the dean making it their mission to get him in trouble. No, I'm not justifying their actions, but humility goes a long way. I'm just glad the sister came around in the end because she was so focused on Ferris and what he was doing that she kind of forgot to live herself. And Ferris wasn't even that bad of a person actually, he was just really looking out for his friend. So he may have set him up for life, to be honest. Some things you just need to overcome. But funnily enough, Ferris was not the MC of the movie. This was actually Cameron's movie. Bro went from being uptight and afraid all the time to finally letting go and standing up for himself and what he wants out of life, rather than just going with the motions and what his parents want for him. So it really should have been called Cameron Fry's Day Off. Anyways, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Peace.